Hey everybody, Chief Meteorologist Brad Petovich here, and the dreaded Southeast Ridge is rearing its ugly head here in the Southeast. That is the worst setup for snow and cold, but how long is it going to last? Well, let's get right to the details. I'm going to start with the mid and upper level pattern because this kind of tells the story to me. You can see the ridge. It's not so much centered over the Southeast as it is over the Gulf of Mexico, but it is supplying warm, humid air, all the cold air. That's what we want up there. It's over Hudson Bay. Could you please just come down here? I want to get rid of the Southeast Ridge. But unfortunately, look what happens here this week. The ridge builds. It actually gets warmer through the middle of the week. Those are, some areas in North Carolina are going to be pushing 70 degrees. Just ridiculous warm. Cold air is kind of sitting up there. So going into the end of the week, a system's going to pass just over the eastern Great Lakes. And I'm on the glimmer of hope this week is there's enough cold air for everybody in West Virginia, maybe Maryland to get some wet snow mix in. But even that, it's not looking great. And then you see going through the weekend, kind of flat pattern, still pretty mild. Next week, though, that's when things start to get a little more interesting. Looks like a little system comes through the Great Lakes. That would be cold enough Wednesday, Thursday next week to at least bring us a chance of some colder temperatures and some snow. But again, this is not this Thursday. This is next Thursday, by the way, which is the 15th. So it's a ways out there still, folks. It is not a great setup here in the near term. So let's look at the snowfall forecast, and you can kind of figure this out pretty easily. This is the natural snow that is not going to be happening for a while. You see all these rain systems. Let's let this load for a second. You could see going through time. There's that Friday system again. That's why I wasn't overly excited. Yeah, maybe some wet snow there, but that's nothing. We go through the weekend, looks pretty decent up towards areas in Pennsylvania, maybe Maryland. But then Sunday, maybe a little bit of snow. Sunday into Monday, I can't get too excited for that, but maybe. And then the real storm, I think, is next week. I'm going to stop this Wednesday, Thursday, right there. You saw that system. That's, to me, is the one we should get excited for. And I'll show you what that looks like. Here's the system this week. All rain, all rain, all rain. Friday, this is our only hope this week, really, right there. Next week, things will be a little more interesting. That Wednesday, Thursday timeframe, that's a pretty large storm system. That's a pattern-changing system right there. When you see the flow coming like that, big old low, strong southerly winds, this is going to develop a trough, hopefully. That's that system coming through the Great Lakes. And you can see when it moves through Wednesday night into Thursday, you start to see some decent snow totals. So if you want to get excited, next Thursday, to me, looks to be the time frame to kind of get excited. I wish I had a better 5-day forecast here because it only goes through Sunday because all the best weather is probably next week. I got a little bit of snow maybe on Friday up in Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, but even that is not looking great. So folks, we need some help, man. We got to start thinking about snow. Get those wishes going. Flush some ice cubes down the toilet. Put your pajamas on backwards. Do whatever you can. We need to get a pattern change here in the Southeast, and it does not look like it's going to happen until next week. So fingers crossed, as always. The pattern flips. When it does, it should be pretty epic here. But right now, it's looking like status quo, kind of Southeast Ridge winning out. As always, everybody, think snow, and stay tuned for update on Wednesday.